Hi, this is Rahul. In today's lectures, I am going to explain the datagrams and packet format. As you can see in datagrams, we have two fields. First one is a header and second one is the data. This is very equivalent to bit stream what we see on transmission medium while it travels through the transmission media like a wire or optical fiber. But what are the things we add in headers and data is the nothings. This is generated by the Firefox or Chrome browser. But the size of header which is possible in datagrams format is it is between to minimum 20 bytes to maximum 60 bytes. What if you want to calculate the max size of data? You simply subtract header length with this data. This value is 65,535 bytes. If you subtract header length with these numbers, you get the data size you are adding. What are the fields inside these headers? We further expand this header and see what are the key fields, and that will help the packets to travel in the networks. First one is of versions. Version means what type of packet versions you are using. Second one is a H length. H length means the header length. Suppose in this example, sorry, this is not example. This is in this packet, we have used some size of 20 to 60 byte. In between 30 byte might be possible, and it might be possible like 22 bytes. Any in between these range 20 to 60 byte, any numbers is possible. So we will specify this size with the help of this field. Type of services is another field. In this field, by this field, we specify that how do we handle this packet while this packet is traveling in the network. So the next field is a total length. Total length, this field specify the whole size of whole packets. Suppose if you talk about this packet, the size of whole packet is how much. It is specified by this field, right? And this row is actually tells about the fragmentation. When you do fragmentations means if you have this this is a whole packet you have, and you simply divide it into some fragments. So what are the information related to all these fragments? We must have some key field. So if you want to identify any fragment, you will use this field. If you want to have some controls on field, then flags are also there. Flag from fragmentation fragmentation offsets will help us to find the actual place on datagrams at which we will fragment the data into chunk of data or in fragments. Time to live field is another field. In time to live field, actually we simply tells the packets how many hopes the packets will follow to reach the destinations. Suppose if I have put this field 8, then the maximum 8 hopes will followed by the packets while traversing throughout the network toward the destinations. If on each hopes the value of time to live will decrease by 1. The value if packet value this time to live value gets 0, and and at that point this packet will be dropped, whether it doesn't mean packet reaches to the destination or not, right? Protocol is another things, this specify the which protocols you this the IP datagrams or these datagrams will follow. Header checksums actually means if at the receiver end receiver identifies any error on the packets. In that case, 16 bits are reserved to detect the error. Source IP is nothing, just 32 bits binary numbers. So if you talk about IPV4, so Similarly, destination address are also there. This is 32 bits some option, and patterns, this is variable size. We will see later. So let's go in details all the fields of the headers. First one is a is IP version, sorry. In version field for IPv4 we will put value 4. In binary conversion we can write 0 1 0 0. In header length it has 4 bits. This indicate the header length. This indicate the header length, as I told you. This is a header length, right? This is indicated by the HLN field, right? The minimum value possible of this header length is 5. In binary conversion, if we write about right of this number, this is 0 1 0 1, right? The maximum number possible of these 4 bits is 4 times 1, that is 15. How do we actually calculate the size of headers? We simply multiply h length into 32, because we use 32 bits words. So that is the reasons. If we, for sake of examples, for we have taken this minimum size of header 5 we have taken, then this is fixed one. It will not change for any questions. So this is fixed one, and this will only vary. For the minimum header length we will use 5. If we multiply this number, these two numbers, we get 160 bits. Further, if you want to convert these bits into bytes, we simply divide by 8, you get 20 bytes, right? So another field is a type of service. As I told you, this is how the packets being handled while traversing to the networks. There might be some policies, priority and throughput. Other policies might be possible. Total length is indicate the header plus data of packets. Maximum packet size which is possible by using the 16 bits is a 2 to the power 16 bytes. Make sure this unit, this is byte. And another field identification, as I told you, this row tells about the information of fragmentations, right? Identification means if you have a whole headers and you have you have divided this header into fragments, like these 4 fragments. For example, we have divided, and to identify all these fragments we must have some numbers, because at the receiver, and the receiver will reassemble all these fragments to make one packet. So that is the reasons we, if for example, if we for this, to identify this one, we need identifier 1 2 3 4, right? I hope this is clear. For flag, this flag has 3 bits. First is bit 0 is reserved. It will not change any, it will not change, it might be used in future, but 3 bits are reserved. So second field indicates if the second field is 1, what means no fragmentations are allowed, and if it is 1, what it means fragmentation is allowed, right? And last field, if we talk about of flags, if it is 1, what means it is not a last fragment. What it means, if we talk about this fragment of this value will be 1, because this is not a last fragment, right? For 0, what it means, this is last fragment. For this fragment, this value will be 0, right? I hope this is clear. Fragment offset is this field is specify the actual positions on this header where you split the packet into the fragments. There are several other fields also I will cover. The time to live field is there. Time to live means this there would be, if there is 8 numbers, the number of bits reserved for this is 8 bits. If there is number 8, then the packet will traverse up to 8 hops. Means packet will go up to 8 routers or 8 hops only. Once it cross the 8 hops, then the packet automatically dropped, right? Packet protocol is also one field. The 8 bits are reserved. For example, if you are using TCP, then you will use 6 as a number. You can convert this number into 8 bits, and it you might be using UDP. Then 70 number is fixed for this to identify the protocols in the setup. What if you get at the receiver end error? There are 16 pin, as I explained earlier just a moment before. Source address and destination address, as I explained. Variable size and padding, I have explained. So what type of questions can be asked? Suppose if you remember all these things, maximum possible size of this packet, which is 65,535. If the header size is given, you can subtract from this numbers, you can get the data size. What if the header size is given and you are asked the option and padding size? Then you can subtract with this number. This is this each row has 32 bits. Then you can how many rows we have? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 rows are there. You simply sorry, for 5 into 32, you subtract with the header length which is given. With this numbers you get the size of paddings of options, and this is a variable size. Thank you for watching this video.